As Washington ramps up security ahead of a September 18th rally in support of Capitol rioters, organizer Matt Braynard is on the defensive, downplaying the concern from law enforcement that his event at the Capitol Saturday could spark violence. We've learned that law enforcement is preparing for some people on Saturday to be armed. What are you doing to ensure there's no violence?
We've got a largely peaceful crowd. We've had 2 events in Washington, D.C. so far, at the Department of Justice and at the prison, and there have been no incidents so far. No one's going to be bringing in a weapon who's going to be part of our crowd. I can assure the police that.
But Capitol Police have requested National Guard assistance for Saturday, and CNN has learned D.C. police will be fully activated. And now the focus is on Braynard. He is a former Trump campaign staffer from 2016 who pushed election fraud lies alongside Rudy Giuliani in 2020.
The vote count is inaccurate, the one that presently exists. Is that right?
I believe that unless the questions that I raise get answered, you can't be confident of what the vote count actually is, and no one can.
Braynard founded the conservative group Look Ahead America, and he's now made it his mission to fight for the more than 600 people charged in connection with the January 6th insurrection. He wants their criminal charges dropped. That's the whole premise behind Saturday's Justice for January 6th rally. You're calling them political prisoners, but these are people who were charged under the Trump DOJ. These are people who, in some cases, assaulted police officers and or illegally entered the Capitol. So why would they be exonerated?
The vast majority of the nearly 600 people who have been arrested have not been charged with any violence. They've been charged with expressing their First Amendment rights in a public building at the wrong place at the wrong time. These are buildings where people ordinarily can walk even today without any incident. And the fact that they are being treated so harshly and being held in solitary confinement for 9 months without access to medical care.
These are people who assaulted police officers, who illegally entered the Capitol. To correct you, the people who are being held in jail have violent histories or are accused of violence. More than 8 months after January 6th, law enforcement is keeping a close eye on the planning for this latest rally near the Capitol. New fencing will go up to secure the complex, and Homeland Security officials say they are expecting 700 people. But extremism experts have been watching the chatter online. Jared Holt expects the rally to be a bust, especially since Braynard hasn't attracted many people to other rallies he's held in Washington. Still, Holt says law enforcement can't let their guard down.
As we know from history and experience of extremist violence in this country, you don't necessarily have to have a large crowd to cause trouble and create unsafe situations.